Next one. In terms of the trends in the periodic table, eto na another features on our periodic table are atomic radius, atomic size, metallic properties. We also have group and families or group or families in period. We also have metals, non-metals, and metalloids, and the reactivity of elements. Okay, these are important topics about the trends in the periodic table, class. Okay, una natin dito, we had the group or families. Ano nga ba ito? Okay, let identifying group names in the period or in the periodic table. Okay, ready na ba? Let us continue. So we had here the hydrogen. Hydrogen is not part of alkali metals. Tignan mabuti. So, ano nga ibig sabihin kanina? Sabi natin, ano ang tawag dun sa horizontal and vertical lines on our periodic table? Dahil yon, lesson natin kanina ay magagamit nyo ngayon. Okay. Next one, this vertical o yung first vertical column on our periodic table ay ang tinatawag natin na alkali metals. Next one. Okay. Pangalawa is the alkaline earth metals. Next. Okay. Yung lahat ng blue vertical lines na yan or vertical columns are what we call as transition elements or transition metals. Yes, class. Sila ay mga metal. Or this is known as representative elements. Next is the boron group. Ayan, yung makikita niyong pulang-pula na yan sa aking screen. These are the boron groups. Next is the carbon group. Next one is the nitrogen group. Next are oxygen group. Next are halogens. And we also have here the noble gases. Ano naman yung nasa baba, class? Okay, these are the lanthanides and the actinides. Ito yung tinatawag natin na inner transition elements. Yes, very good. Okay, next. May tanong dito, class. What are rows of elements called? Ito yung tinatawag nating ano daw? Okay, very good. Ito ay yung tinatawag natin na period. Okay, ito yung mga rows on the periodic table. So, dito sa ating periodic table, meron tayong ilang period. Meron tayong 7, tama. Magaling. Ayan, pinakikita. We had 7 periods here. Okay, next one. Another features on our periodic table are yung placement ng metals, non-metals, and metalloids on our periodic table. So, ready na ba? Okay, nandyan pa ba? Mukhang tinulugan na ako. Okay, next one. Okay, eto, game ito, class, game. Okay, metals or non-metal? Is this element a metal or non-metal? O, sasabihin natin. So, ano ang magiging sagot? Metals lamang or non-metals. Okay. Number 1. Okay. Magnesium. Metals or non-metals? What is the answer? These are? Yes, very good. Metals. Ang galing. Next one. Sulfur. Metals or non-metals? Okay, non-metals. Next. Phosphorus. Metals or non-metals? Okay, non-metals. Next. Copper. Metals or non-metals? Metals. Next, iron. Metals or non-metals? Ang sagot, syempre naman, metal. Okay. Iodine. Metals or non-metals? Yan ay. Okay. These are non-metals. Meron pa ba? Antimony. Okay. Metals or non-metals? It is hard to say. Okay. Next. In terms of metals and non-metals on the periodic table, the periodic table is a list of all the known elements which are arranged according to the similarities in their properties. So, papakita ko ngayon dito sa inyo, class. Nandyan pa ba ang 8 Newton? Okay, nandyan pa. Syempre, i-cheer nga natin sila. Ay, bakit tumawa? Okay. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, lahat ng mga red in color, yung mga pulahan dyan, these are all metals. Ayan, yung mga color red are metals. Lahat ng kulay green are non-metals. And lahat ng violet are metalloids. So, ito, yung arrangement or yung position or locations ng ating mga elements on the periodic table. Next. So, metals are on the left and in the center of our periodic table. Tama. Sa left side, kapag kayo ay nakaharap dun sa periodic table, yung left side at also yung gitna, okay. Dun matatagpuan yung mga metals. Also, class, did you know that 75% of the elements on our periodic table are all metals? Yes. Next one are non-metals. So, ang non-metals are mostly on the right side of our periodic table. And, okay, what type of elements are between metals and non-metals? Oops. Ito yung tinatawag nating metalloids. Next. Okay. Silicon is an example of metalloids. So, what are metalloids? Itong metalloids sometimes behave like metals and sometimes like non-metals. So, magaling, di ba? Okay. Francium. Francium are metals. Okay. Next. Okay. Scandium. Metals, non-metals, or metalloids? Tingnan nga natin. These are metals. Next one. So, may tanong. Class, sagutin nyo. Which side are the metals on? So, again, sabi natin kanina, saan matatagpuan or what is the locations of metals? Metals can be found where? Yes, class. It can be found on the left side and at the center of our periodic table. Next one. So those are non-metals. So which side are the non-metals? So the non-metals are mostly on the right side of our periodic table. So cobalt is an example of metal. Okay, class? Will you please take a look at our screen? Naku, Diyos ko po, ano na naman ito? Okay, ganito lang yan. Madaling madali. Another trend on our periodic table is the reactivity of metals. Okay, reactivity of materials, reactivity of elements on our periodic table. Bukod sa arrangement ng metals, non-metals, and metalloids, sa daming yan, may ganito din. Okay, take a look at our activity series. Okay, dito, on our first column, meron kayo dyang makikitang arrangement of elements on our periodic table. Second column, meron siyang symbol. Okay, and next one, dito sa table na ito, from top to bottom, simula dun sa taas pababa. Okay, yung nasa taas are the most reactive element on our periodic table. Habang pababa ng pababa, decreasing chemical reactivity. So, yung nasa baba is the least reactive element on our periodic table. Okay. So, maliwanag? So, let us continue. Okay. Itong part na to is a guide questions. Ito ay isa lamang mga questions lamang na pwede sa ating guide as we move on our discussions of the reactivity of elements on the periodic table. The first question is, ano nga ba yung una? What is the most reactive metal? Alin nga ba ang most reactive metal on our periodic table? Kanina pinakita ko yan sa inyo. And which is the least reactive? Next, what is the trend of reactivity of metal across the period? And what is the trend of the reactivity of metals down a group? Nako, si ma'am, napakaraming tanong. Sasagutin natin yan as we continue. Okay, so I have here a pattern on the reactivity of metals. So ang tanong, what happens to the reactivity of metals along a period? Paano nga ba? So, it is increasing from the right side going to the left side on our periodic table. Sunod na tanong, what happens to the reactivity of metals down a group? Ano nga ba ang nangyayari? So, the reactivity of metals from top to bottom is increasing in reactivity. Okay. So, ito yung nangyayari. So, from top to bottom, the reactivity of metals is increasing, and from right going to the left side of our periodic table, it is also increasing in reactivity. Okay. Maliwanag ba yan, class? Let us continue. Next, which is the most reactive metal? Kung ganito ang ating trend. So, ang magiging sagot is francium. Okay. Next one is metallic property. Okay. So, ito ay tungkol sa mga metal Bakal, bakal, bakal. Okay, class. Another trend in the periodic table is known as the metallic property. Okay. Paano nga ba ito? Dito, simula taas, pababa on our left side, it has increasing metallic character. Okay? Simula naman left side, papunta ng right side, it has increasing non-metallic character. And simula baba, pataas, it has increasing non-metallic character. At simula kanan, papunta sa left side, it has increasing metallic character. So, bakit nagkaganon? Medyo magulo ba? Ibig sabihin lang yan na kasi ang ating mga metals ay matatagpuan natin dito sa gawing kaliwa at dito sa gitna ng ating periodic table, 'di ba? Kaya ganon. Yung mga non-metals ay matatagpuan sa kanang bahagi ng ating periodic table. Maliwanag ba? May tanong ba dyan? Kung wala na, let us continue. Next one is atomic radius. Okay, this is for atomic radius. So for the top going to bottom, it has increasing atomic radius, and from right side going to the left side, it also has increasing atomic radius. So, across a period, from left side going to the right side, decreasing due to effective nuclear charge for atomic radius ito ha. And from down a group, from top to bottom, it has increasing atomic radius due to increasing energy level. So class, meron ba kayong katanungan sa ating mga lesson? So kung wala na, let us wrap things up. Okay. So, for the arrangement of elements in the periodic table, always remember that a modern periodic law states that the property of elements are in periodic functions of their atomic numbers.
I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
Next one, group or period. Elements may be classified into groups, and members of the same group exhibit similar properties. Natandaan ba? Gusto niyo ba yung lesson na yan? Ako, ang masasabi ko lang ay...
I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
Next one, arrangement of elements in the periodic table, group, and period. That the modern periodic table is divided into group or families, which are the columns, and period, which are the rows. There are two sets of groups. We had the families, the representative elements, and the transition elements. Natatandaan ba yan? So, these are the reference for our lesson. May katanungan pa ba? Kung wala na, this is your Ma'am Irene Manuel, your Science Grade 8 subject teacher. And thank you so much for listening. Maraming salamat. And God bless us all. Take care always. Thank you for listening.